Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Brandon Wynn, back again with Critical Failure, and we are going to be doing the encounters for the BugBear. But before that, I have to say something. Apparently, I can go onto YouTube Studio and possibly upload a video using my laptop. It just won't let me access YouTube itself to watch content. So it is very strange on that ratio, but I'm actually doing some cool stuff on like behind the scenes that I didn't know that I could do. So I find that really cool. But anyway, talking about the BugBear, I am going to reference a specific encounter that I think is really fucking funny in general that I have done that I suggest that you do if you want comic relief in your campaign for like a split second. So, the BugBear, in my opinion, and let me actually look for my monster manual because I want to say it directly from it, and I know it's right here. Because I'm going to look at the stats, because I didn't write this one down. I was extremely busy yesterday, as I have been for the past few days, so I apologize for that. The BugBear is actually kind of like my least of the goblinoid, least favorite out of the goblinoids. They're kind of like I really like goblins. I really like hobgoblins. Bugbears are kind of like the weird mix where they like look kind of cool. They have really cool lore, but I just don't like them in general, which is weird. But in my opinion, if you're going to be challenging bugbears, like how it will be a huge thing in my next campaign, I'm actually going to be buffing up the health quite a bit to where their standardized health is going to be in the 50s or 60s. Their stats are going to be relatively the same, but they're going to be a lot stronger in terms of that. And they're going to be dealing more damage. Instead of a regular 2d8, they're going to be doing 3d8. So basically, it's the brute thing is not included in the attack when I'm doing it. And the javelin's going to be doing 2d6 instead of 1d6 thrown. So that's going to basically be getting brute. So that's one cool thing that you could do is just simply add to that. Of course, you can give it probably the ability to hide as a bonus action. I think that would be a really cool thing to do, given the fact that it's literally based around stealth. You know, I would think it would make a lot of sense if you're making it as a player character, which I have definitely thought, because there are some like 5th edition homebrew stuff where they give you races that are monster races to play as. Like there's the Genasi, there's a Kenku. I've played a Kenku. I really like it. There's the BugBear, there's the Hobgoblin, there's a Goblin, all that type of shit. There is literally stuff for that. If you are new to it and you want to look it up, I think it's on DM's Guild. I haven't been on the site in fucking ages myself until I bought the most recent Blood Hunter. But because I want to support fucking people. But I definitely think that it'd be cool to play as one of these things and really focus on Hrugek. But when I was playing Hobgoblin, it mattered a lot. Now note, this is not including the BugBear Chief, which is the video coming up after this. I actually specifically state in this anyways that these things are going to be more like shock troopers, like as they normally would. So they're probably going to have, like, if you encounter one alone, it's going to fight, do what it can to survive. If not, flee. It's going to think like that. It's designed specifically for that. So if it can fuck up your wizard or even like a bard, or if it can magically overcome a fucking fighter, it's going to attack and try to kill as best as possible, and if not, leave. So that's really cool. So I'm imagining things being like, if a class of anything, a barbarian or fighter, possibly a rogue if you want to go that route. They're probably not going to be any sort of magic class. That I'm just saying. Out of the martial classes, those three definitely. So going on to that, a really cool encounter that you can do is say that, and I'm going to actually say it as if it's from my campaign that I have built. So in my campaign, I have it to where hobgoblins, like the goblinoid races were pushed so far back that they ended up really planning and plotting to overcome the continent. And I'll note that there is more continents. There's going to be politics involving that shit in my campaign that I hope to be recording during Curse of Strahd. That is the one campaign I've been making for 2 years plus that I've been fucking really, really excited to play. So, or DM, I should say. So this entire setup is basically based on the fact that that is happening. So hobgoblins, your party will start in that thing where it's you have less than half the continent to survive on, and the you have that worry of being enslaved or murdered at any moment if you show resistance. Bugbears will more than likely kill you, as it's already stated. So, if you're out adventuring in these hostile lands, you might encounter bugbears. They're scouts, stuff like that. And if you're on peaceful land, you're probably not going to be encountered by any sort of enemy like that. Most races are band together to fight the bugbears, so or the hobgoblin races. The cool thing is that you can have these things be monks. Like that's basically what I gave the class to this one bugbear, as I called it, the Kung Fu bugbear, and it quite literally knocked my brother unconscious in one kick because they were all level 1, and he went through and did a flying kick basically and hit him so hard with a critical that he went completely unconscious. And then right after that, Edward's character cut his arm off, and he did the Jim Carrey scream where he looked at his leg like into the arm motion, but instead he had no arm, so he's looking at his arm screaming, and then he looked at his other arm as he got his other arm cut off, and he passed out and died. But it's so funny because I did the like Kung Fu Panda fucking face and sounds and role played it really goddamn well to where everyone at the table was laughing. Like I know I've described it before on the channel, but that'd be a really cool encounter. Another one is like these things, like if you magically catch them or being rogues, they're trying to spy on your party for any sort of reason. If you have goblins, goblinoids, hobgoblins as your main enemy at the current moment, unlike my campaign. So, like, say you have it for your own campaign or like an encounter, you could have these guys spying on your party, trying to relay messages back to the leader and shit like that. So that's one cool feat. You can give them sneak attack for all I care. I really think that is a good idea, but hey, that's just me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe as I bring you more D&D content in the future. Comment down below if there's anything that you think that you would like to see or have us do here on the channel. I'm going to be busy today, but I'm going to try and get that encounter, or the Bugbear Chief, uploaded here soon, probably later tonight. So thank you guys for watching again. Peace.